This time we're looking for the median, and we have an even number of data in our set. Again, the median is the middle number or the middle piece of information in our data set. And the method is no different to the one for the odd number of data, but there is a slight difference in the second step. Okay, but the definition is the same. So this time if we look, we have even amounts of data in both data sets. Right? So the first step is just to order the data, again in ascending order from smallest to biggest. That is important, so don't skip that step. That little time used to order the numbers makes your life a little easier later in the question. So order the numbers from smallest to biggest. That's known as ascending. And I'm going to tick off the numbers as I write them down. So 1, 2, and then I'll keep doing that until I've completely listed out all the terms in order from smallest to biggest. If I make a mistake using this method, then I can go to, I don't know, putting dots above the piece of data or just crossing them off. But if I cross them off initially and I make a mistake with that, then I have an issue. So it's easier to start off with just ticking or putting dots above the numbers. Right, so we've ordered the numbers from smallest to biggest. So the second step is then going to be finding the middle. When we have an even number of data, the middle is not so clear cut. Okay, so we're going to end up with two middle numbers. So we're just going to add these together, see how many terms we have, sorry. There's going to be 8 terms, so we're going to have half 8 to find the middle. And half of 8 is 4. So basically looking for the fourth term from either end. So the fourth piece of information from either end of our data set. Yeah. So if we count from each end, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. That's where our middle number is. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you see, we've got two middle numbers. And that will only happen for an even number of data. So we've got two middle numbers. Therefore, our last step is to take at the average of those two middle numbers. And obviously, to work out the averages, add them together and divide them by 2. And that should give us the median for that data set. So we're taking the average of the two middle numbers. That doesn't happen when we have an odd number of data. That only happens when we have an even number of data. So 4 plus 5 is 9. And then 9 divided by 2. Because we're looking for the average of them, is going to be 4.5. So the median of that data set is 4.5. Okay. And now we're going to do the same for the second example. Again, I'm going to start by ordering from smallest to biggest. Again, you can tick above the numbers, you can draw a dot above the numbers, you can underline the numbers. There's probably more ways than that. But don't commit to crossing the numbers off initially, because if you do make a mistake and you're using a pen, it becomes tricky then to redo the question. Right, so then for the second step, we're looking for the middle term. Again, we have 8 pieces of information, so 8 divided by 2 is going to be 4. So the fourth position is our middle. The problem with the even data set that there's 2 numbers in the fourth position. So if we look from this end, 5 is in the fourth position, and in reverse 5 is also in the fourth position. If these were different numbers, we would do the same thing. So the median would be adding those 2 middle numbers together, and then we half them. So 5 plus 5 is going to be 10. And then we're going to do 10 divided by 2, not 5. I made that mistake. It should be a 2, so 10 divided by 2. And I'll write that neatly. Yeah, 10 divided by 2, so it should be is 5. So the middle number, the median, is going to be 5.